Hello, ma'am. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, all right. Now, if you could just explain to the camera a little bit what we're going to be talking about today. What did I just approach you for?
So what I just got approached by this man in the blue shirt was that he wants to interview me about anxiety and feelings about that.
Yeah, and it was something else. Something very important.
I heard feet?
Yes, yes. All right. Now, in your mind, how do you think these two topics relate?
I mean, honestly, the way that I see it is that feet is something that helps me run. And lately I've been running a lot more to get at anxiety and also to get out more. So I think that's the connection I make in my mind.
All right. And do you mind giving your age?
I'm 18.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Now, next question is, how do you feel about your own feet? Like, do you like them, not like them, think they're pretty, okay looking?
Looking wise, I mean, I think they're fine. I think more, literature wise and, metaphorically wise, they've carried me a lot of places.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful explanation. Now, in terms of pedicures, getting pedicures, going to the nail salon, do you prefer to do that or do it yourself?
I like going to the nail salon whenever I feel like, one, when I have the money.
Okay.
And two, whenever I just want to treat to myself. But usually
Okay.
I just take care of my own nails.
All righty. All right. And what's like your favorite color that you like to paint your nails?
Ooh, well, for toenails,
Yes,
French
ma'am.
tip.
All
or
right.
sometimes red too.
I'm a big fan of French tip
Oh, okay.
or cocaine white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that. Now, you ever get any compliments on your feet by people, like walking down the street with open-toed shoes on?
No, I've never gotten a compliment on my feet. No.
All right. Okay, well, I want to throw a hypothetical situation at you. Let's say that you were walking down the street and you did have on open-toed shoes, and a guy passed you up, and he looks at you and he says, "Ma'am, you got some very beautiful feet." How would you react to that or respond to that?
I think I'd say thank you. It wasn't something that sexualized me in any way, and he was just appreciating a body part that I have that I take good care of.
Okay, that's awesome. I love that answer right there. Yes. Okay, now on a 1 to 10, before I even get to that part, what are your thoughts on like a guy having like an extreme attraction to feet? He wants to do things like kiss on them, lick on them, massage them, just indulge. Like, what are
I
your
don't
thoughts?
mind that at all.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. May I ask, have you ever had any experiences like that in the past?
Yes, I have.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, it's refreshing to me to hear that. At least you had good experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You liked it. You realized it wasn't as weird as other people make it out to be.
No, honestly, it wasn't the fact that I liked it. It was more so like it made my man feel good. And whatever makes another person feel good in a relationship, then I'm willing to do that for them. And also if they're doing it in a loving way,
That is
then
awesome.
I'm so up for that.
That is awesome. Like, you don't find too many people that think you the way that you do. Like, have the thought process, the positivity. So that's always good to hear. Now, on a 1 to 10 scale, like 0 being not important at all, 10 being very important, what would you place the importance of physical attraction when it comes to allowing a man to do something like that?
To allow him to do something specifically like that?
Yeah, like what would you place the importance of looks and physical features?
I mean, I feel like looks don't really matter to me as long as you got good hygiene, you take care of yourself the best you can, because look is something that you can't really control. I mean, besides with like makeup and stuff. But as long as you have good hygiene, as long as you keep yourself healthy the best you can, then I mean, any man who was willing to treat me right, then yeah. If I love him, then yes.
Okay, so what would you put it at as far as importance?
I guess a 4.
Okay, all right. So the other 60% is his personality,
Yeah.
like who he is as a person, like
And
a
also
good communicator,
how he treats me.
and how he treats you. Like, awesome. I'm loving this interview so far. Now, another hypothetical situation I wanted to throw at you. Let's say that a guy approached you because he looked at your feet and thought that they were attractive? Like, in a situation like that, what do you think would be the best approach or the best opening line that he could use?
For the man.
Yeah, like a man approached you saying he likes you. He approached you because he saw your feet and thought they were attractive. What would he be able to say to you to break the ice?
Well, if I was randomly approached by that, I feel like I'd take it, but I wouldn't want to engage any further. But if he actually wanted to engage further and have some simple relationship with me, then what I'd like to hear is him saying, like, I really appreciate, or I love the way this looks, or you look like you take really good care of yourself, which is a good way to do it without being really creepy.
All right. So smooth compliments.
Yeah.
Okay. And an introduction of like his name, of course.
Oh, of course.
Okay, yeah. All right. Now, in this moment, can we see your feet?
No, unfortunately, not unfortunately. I love him so much. I do have a boyfriend, so, and I want to keep that that body to himself.
All right, fair enough. Now, my last question, before I close out the interview, are you familiar with OnlyFans?
I am. Yes. Who is it?
Are you familiar with Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, now in the day and age we live in, we got Instagram, we got OnlyFans, and on these websites and apps, there's a lot of foot models out there. A lot of women like modeling their feet, getting paid a lot of money, good money, doing all types of stuff with their feet. And today, 2024, with all that going on, why do you believe that society or the world has a stigma around men who have an attraction to women's feet when they have all that going on?
I think there's still a stigma around it because it is something that's recently popped up in 2024, and also it's a body part that can be posted freely without it being taken down.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like people are going to have that stigma because it's everywhere, and also just because it's a body part that's normally exposed, so maybe people feel weird with having their own feet out and feeling like if they're going to get over-sexualized in any way. But
Right.
I mean, the stigma around it sucks, yes, but it matters in your relationship and what you like with the woman and what she likes too.
Okay, so yeah, because it seems like today it's like there's so many other different types of quote unquote fetishes and interests that people they take interest in, and it's not looked at as weird or strange, but somehow when it comes to feet, that's when it just gets weird all of a sudden. So a lot of reason why I started this YouTube channel, like I said, like as far as the whole anxiety situation, when I tie feet in with anxieties, like I am a guy who is attracted to women's feet, and so I started this YouTube channel first because I was inspired by another man who does similar content, and basically what I wanted to do is get women on here to tell why or how they feel about guys who are attracted to women's feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that the guys on my channel who watch my videos can get a better understanding of how women feel, their perspective, and to know that if a guy like me is approaching a woman, getting on camera, interviewing them, and also asking them to show their feet, then why do they feel the way that they do? Why don't they have the confidence to express to the women that they, or any women in their life, that they have an attraction to feet? Because and life is very short, and being bottled, like staying stuck and being like bottled up and just insecure and just feeling like the world is going to judge you, it's just like no way to live. So I do these interviews to kind of like spark some courage in guys, like spark a sense of like confidence that you can approach women, and it's not all about a woman necessarily saying yes. It's just the fact that you had a respectful approach, and whether a woman says yes or no, you're not afraid to let a woman know what it is that you're interested in. And also on the woman's side, I get them on camera to kind of like help them like break free of like this feeling that they have of, oh, it feels weird to even talk about guys who like feet, and it's so weird that I don't even want to get on camera and talk about it. That's why I give you the utmost respect for even getting on camera to talk about it, because a lot of times I don't even get this far with women sitting down and talking with them, let alone show their feet. You know,
I bet that's rare.
You know, so for you to get on camera like that's showing like some courage, and like the fact that you're not afraid to talk about it. You're not too weirded out to the fact that, oh, I can't get out of my comfort zone. Like, I just want to like just not go through with it because I'm too scared, I'm too nervous, and I just want to just stay in my bubble.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go outside of that, and I don't want to talk to guys who are not in line with what I think. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to talk about guys who don't have the same thought process as me. I like to stay where I feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. And so if that means not getting on camera and talking about guys who have an interest in women's feet, so be it. So, and I think that it's a what do you call that? Exposure therapy.
Oh, yeah.
On both sides of the fence. So not only are the men are encouraged to approach and also myself having the courage to approach you, also the women can kind of like have some thought of, okay, if I'm going through with this, then do I really have to be too afraid in certain situations? Like, how about now that I've broken out of this comfort zone, how about in other situations, in other areas of my life, I just stop being in that bubble and just kind of like get out there and kind of like face my fears and realize that, okay, I realize that this is for me or this ain't for me. So yeah, that's really what made me want to get through these interviews, because I feel like it is very important to me, and I feel like it's important in general because so many people are just so closed off.
Yeah.
So,
and here's the other thing. If a man, I mean, there are a lot of bad men out there, yes, but as long as a man does it in a respectful way, then he did the best he could. And the day that a woman says yes to that, then that means you got a good woman right there, because she's willing to listen to you, she's willing to go out with you, explore new things, and that means she really is interested in you. So
all right,
you may get a bunch of no's, but that one yes is probably the one.
And like I said, I do encourage guys not to be weird. Yeah. Like, because I don't know, that there has been some news stories of guys doing stuff, being weird in public when it comes to their attraction to feet. And so I want to like show people that there's another side. Mm-hmm. There's a cooler side, a positive side where, you know, it's normal.
Yeah.
So
there's a beautiful side to it, because it means that you're able to love someone of a body part that you know is underappreciated and that is not really common. And you know, in some ways it can be a little fun too. Right.
All right. I mean, this has been such a beautiful interview. But to close out the interview, I wanted to ask you, what did you feel about this entire experience from start to finish?
I'm gonna be honest. At first, I was a little nervous, but at the end of it, I really love what you're doing and how you're encouraging men to go out there, and especially to show, not to be afraid of showing something that they like, mm-hmm. especially sexually. And I really appreciate what you're doing, and hopefully this message gets across and helps at least one person out there.
Awesome. And on a 1 to 10 scale, what would you rate my conversation throughout the interview?
Oh, it was a good 9.
A good 9?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, did you notice any stuttering, stumbling over words, or long pauses in the middle of a sentence?
Mm-hmm. I think you did very well.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm working on. I have a bit of a speech impediment, so I'm trying to work on that. So.
No, you did great.
All right. And the initial approach when I passed you up going past on the trail right there, mm-hmm. like, what did you think about that?
It wasn't bad at all. I mean, you stated what you wanted directly. You didn't shy away and surprise me whenever I sat down. I think it was a really good approach. All
right. And lastly, do you have any suggestions or critiques on how I can better my approach in the future?
Honestly, no. I think you did the best way that you could. The only thing is that you may approach a lot of women who will say no or get angry because you're asking about something like this. So I would just say be careful to you. But I think personally to me, you did the best thing you could, and you did it in a very utmost respectful way. And I appreciate that very much.
All right. Oh, that's not the last question. Do you have any words to say to the guys that watch my channel, like at all? Like any words, anything you want to say to those guys?
I mean, what I said earlier, where it's okay to express yourself sexually, and it's a beautiful human thing to love on something that you appreciate. And you know, once you have a woman that appreciates your sexual thoughts and your fetishes, keep her, because that's really rare out there. And you know, there's not a lot of women out there who are willing to let their man love them the way that they want to.
Alrighty. That was such a beautiful interview and a very beautiful explanation. With that being said, we can wrap up the interview.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time and energy.
Yeah.
And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.